Welcome to Empress Ebony's Tarot. If you're new here, my name is Ebony. My father named me that. I'm not here to play a character for y'all or put on the internet facade. I am a soul having a human experience just as you are. This channel is for those that are all about their self mastery, meaning staying in their own lane, minding their own business, focusing on their growth, betterment, and most importantly, love of themselves. Welcome back, tribe. How everybody doing? Sisters, I hope y'all good. Brothers, I hope y'all good too. We got to get this started. I'm gonna go ahead and do a general reading for y'all today. Just want to know what the tribe need to know for this upcoming month. Just the tribe need to know for this upcoming month. That schoolhouse in reverse. Student body in reverse. This is giving me the energy of one, there not being a lot of diversity where you are, and you having to learn how to deal with that. It's been a culture shock for you in a way. But I'm feeling like you are the majority. You are whatever race or ethnicity you are, that's what's there as well for you, where you're going. So you maybe you were in a public school that was diverse and had all kind of nationalities and culture, and you've moved to an area where there's predominantly um, one race or ethnicity. I'm feeling like Caucasian white, but it could be something else depending on where you are in the world. But I'm feeling more like Caucasian white, and you're coming from a, a background where your learning was diverse, where there were different cultures celebrated, learned about, embraced. Yeah, you're having to do some reflection. I feel like there's some projection energy with that reflection. The toaster at the bottom, which is the reflection for me. At the top of the deck is the ruler. Yeah, this is giving me like relearning how to read between the lines, measuring, measuring your. I want to say growth, but they're kind of giving me the feeling of another word, like measuring your um, success, your level of understanding. Okay, thank you. Your level of understanding from the people that are around you. I feel like you you're feeling like you have a new rule around you and on life because of where you are now, and that you have to try to fit in. But this is giving me the energy that you shouldn't, because you're coming from having a diverse background. It would be better to stay that way. This is giving me like time travel, but to the past. Like, and who really wants to go back to the past? You've already seen that that's been done before. There's also an energy of like someone folks trying to get people to be, you know, bigoted, and but I'm not gonna sit in that energy because it's not as strong as the person who has embraced being diverse and now has had a culture shock and realized why their parents had them where they had them. But this could have been because of a parent's move, so there was really no choice. I'm getting the feeling that if you voice your opinions, um, you could possibly, change where you go to school, or where you go to school is not going to be determined by where you live in the long term, like in a couple of years. So this could be like a person about to graduate high school, possibly, because it's feeling like it's going to be a transition from that doesn't matter where you live. And right now, it's like this is their assigned school, or it could be a parent that has. I really feel like it's both. It's not either or. It's both. The student and the parent is worried about the impact that this change of culture is going to have on the student. But like with the toast of reflection at the bottom of the deck, just sit with it, reflect on it, and you know, really kind of measure if it's doing any harm to the child before you jump to making drastic decisions. Ooh, yeah, this all that fell down, and then this was at the bottom, so it's going to be a move anyway. Now it's kind of giving me the energy of someone who doesn't want to keep moving around, a student that doesn't want to keep changing schools. Old, worn out. I feel like this isn't in connection to this, so I'm not going to keep it because I'm still talking about that. Yeah, if this is a situation where you have came from a diverse background and you are now in the sticks, is what they're telling me, and um, people are trying to impress old, dirty ideology onto your child, you may not need to wait. You may need to be trying to vacate fast. I'm feeling like that's what is more than likely is just given everything that came out. But I'm not gonna dwell in that energy of responding to hate. Do the best you can to make the moves as quick as you can if you feel like it's detrimental. If you feel like it's something that you can handle and you can deal with until you can make proper plans, you know your situation better than I do, but there's obviously some issues with a school. Let's get is this child is this child in any danger? Any imminent danger? Should we have immediate concerns about the child? Things came out. I'm not gonna keep all of it, but I don't think so. I don't think you have to worry about. I'll keep it all out. Forget it. I don't think you have to worry about the child. They've they've been around diversity for long enough to know, and I'm getting a sense that they're a happy child. They're focused on what it is that they like to do in school. Their favorite subjects. They have fun um, wherever they are, and that they do have some mental fortitude to be able to deal with this because they're not being teased. I don't believe they're being teased about the situation. It's just a culture shock to them, and they're really seeing um, the differences between them and their peers at the moment. Yeah, they're realizing, that possibly these people feel as if the all American kind of thing is, this instead of this, but your child has been around diversity long enough to know and see the joy in it, so they won't be peer pressured into it. They'll stand, they'll stand and fight. You know, not physically, but they'll stand up for themselves and anyone. Well, there's really no one to stand up for in a sense, as far as a minority. Yeah, they're still going to be laser focused on their ability to have fun and maneuver um, through the missions is what it was giving me. What else do we need to know about this situation? Yeah, it ain't gonna be no problem. They're gonna skate through this. They're gonna skate through any obstacle, skate through, around, over, under. Not gonna be missing no sleep. You don't have to worry about your child. This child parent. Yeah. Anything that is happening, they're gonna report to you. You don't have to worry about them hiding things from you. You raised a good child, and they know right from wrong, so you don't have to worry about them being exposed to anything. If this is not a child thing for the children, this is still someone being taken from a diverse way of living into a non-diverse form of living. There's really no more I can say about that, but you're gonna be okay. Like, you got your guides, you got your focus, you have your humor, your sense of humor. Excuse me. I had to take a drink. You have your sense of humor, and you're gonna skate through this. You are in the learning stages, but you are prepared for any injury that may come, for any um, weapon form, so to say. Is what they're giving me. I don't think it's going to be an issue. It just seems like it right now because of the initial shock. Excuse me. Because the initial shock. I'll take a drink. It seems like you didn't know that this was forthcoming. It's giving me that the the job description made it seem as if it wasn't, there was diversity. I'm feeling like there's something within the wording that had a person believe that it was along the same lines of what they were doing before, but it's really not. It's something kind of new, and employers are getting real tricky with that nowadays, just trying to get people in the door. So if you do find that you have landed yourself somewhere that doesn't really meet your requirements, and the job description was so vague that or grossly misrepresented, then definitely, yeah, be looking for something new real soon, because you don't want to fall in the trap of being somewhere that you don't want to be. You don't feel comfortable, excuse me, after being in such a place that kind of gave you culture, gave you opportunities to learn transferable skills. I'm also getting the energy of someone having a baby and another couple adopting some children. The new baby was a surprise. This person didn't think that they could get pregnant. Okay, let me get something on the schoolhouse bunch. Diversity in reverse. Schoolhouse bunch. Ooh. Ooh. We got the Queen of Swords. Yeah. The child is smart enough to ask questions and not just go along with different things. I feel like they are going to come to you and ask you questions about, you know, the things that they will be exposed to that are negative, even positive. I feel like this is a child parent relationship that's good, where you all have daily talks about what's going on, things like that. For the um, single mother that has taken on a new job in a new place and is a culture shock at the job, you're gonna get in and request a meeting to ask, to kind of get to the bottom of whether or not this was trickery or just, a ploy to fill a spot in a position that has a higher turnover rate. Because you're a true leader, you know that you know what you want, quickly how to assess whether or not you're going to be able to thrive in the situation. So I really don't see too many problems coming along with it at all. But yeah, you're going to find out. You're going to be able to read through what the person is telling you and, turn the wheels of your fate on your own. You're not going to leave it up to anybody else. You kind of know. This is bringing me back to the ruler. You've already set your measure. You've already set your bar of standards. And if this place doesn't fit, like, you'll quickly leave. You sound like my kind of person. Like, yeah, first orientation day, I know whether or not I'm gonna jive here. That decision is made on the first day. Now, how long I stay, it just depends on how much I want to put up with. And I feel like that's the same energy coming from, this single mother energy, this feminine energy. Those are very intelligent. I feel like that's something that they're gonna try to pick at as well. Try if there's gonna be attempts to make you feel small, uh, like you're brand new at something. But but I'm getting the feeling that you're not going to be fazed by that, because you understand, like, this is a new beginning. This is a new job. Any new job that I start, I have to figure out how you guys do things before I can find my way to do it better or more efficient. So they're used to people needing validation from management in order to feel like they're doing their job. You are the total opposite of that. You come into things understanding that it's new, and you're prepared to make mistakes, fall, get a little bruised up, banged up, stressed out, but ultimately, you'll come around to it because you're a hard worker. Let's get something on the middle, pal. World. They're giving me the energy that although this is a new beginning, it's something that you've accomplished before. So this is really even more giving me the energy that, you know, this could just be a new opportunity for wealth, but it's not really a new, um, like a new journey for you. Something that you're going to have a lot of knowledge to learn and go through and go for. Because I'm still getting the energy that, before source is about, it's gonna be slight work. It's gonna feel like it's something that you can do in your sleep because the job title and tasks were, you know, vague and really not extensive. I feel like there were a lot of big words that made you think that this was a step up from what you were doing, as well as what the salary was. I really feel like this, you're just moving to a place where, the that jobs really take into consideration the cost of living, but the work you're doing is still going to feel easy to you. It's not going to be harder than what you were doing before. And I feel like at some point you were kind of worried about that, just, about looking around at the town and things like that is what it's giving me. I'm here to take a hold of your world. Take a hold of your world. You're the captain. You're the captain. All smiles. All smiles is giving me the energy that you're gonna have to put on a fake smile. A lot of these people you won't vibe with, but the money is gonna be good. And I just really feel like there's gonna be a bunch of fuckery that you gotta deal with. A lot of stressing for no reason. A lot of power struggle energy is what I'm feeling with this. Just remain focused on what it is that you came to do, the goal that you set in moving to this place and starting this job. I feel like it's really going to be easy. But your first initial thought, well, not thought, your first initial experience of it just made it seem like it was something out of your world. And it probably is something out of your world, but not in a good way, in the reverse. So it's giving me that you'll have to build up a tolerance to deal with the things that you have to deal with. And that's if, you choose that's something that this situation is something that benefits you, even if it's not a job. Whatever it is that you're embarking on, it's a new beginning, but it has notes of something that you've done before. I'm just feeling like what you did before, you just didn't get paid for it. It was more of a research based kind of knowledge that you have of it. So it could be something that, you um, were invited to do. I'm hearing in a past life, but it doesn't have to mean like an actual another past life, but like in a past life, like you were younger, something you did as a teenager for like summer job, internship, you know, informate, I'm getting information technologies. Yeah, they're trying to name specific things now, and I don't really feel like for the general message we need to focus on the specific things. We just need to have the knowledge that this is something that you've tackled before. This is something that intellectually you already have the capacity to get through and do. But these people are going to be your main hurdle to get over at this time. So you know the job. This is more or less of needing to explore, learn, master your King of Cups energy, which I believe came out earlier with this in the inside of the deck. Yeah, because it was the Devil, King of Cups, and I can't remember what the third card was, but it was, yeah, I know it was there. So yeah, that's the situation where you the actual job or task at hand, you got that in the bag. You're prepared for that. You're definitely prepared for the actual, factual task and things that you have to do. It is going to be the dealing with people who are not like-minded or are not open, don't have a lot of culture, don't have a lot of diversity in their life. Is gonna That's what you have to navigate, your people skills. Okay, way to come around to it. Thank you. Let's get something on the last pal. Skater boy. All protected. Protection energy. What's this about? Protection from what? Or is it preparation? Protection, preparation. Protection, preparation. Yeah. I'm getting you protected, so just prepare. Yeah. You got the Ten of Cups and the Lovers. So it's like your wish fulfillment is protected. At this point, we're just preparing to maintain it, preparing to level up, preparing to be compassionate and, curious. Because it's giving me like the energy of someone who is standoffish. They're saying standoffish, but I don't feel standoffish. I feel like it's more um, not even recluse, but just to yourself. Like you're more of an observer than you are a interactor with folks. Like it's still, giving me that hermit energy. You're not one to like rush in and be impulsive, be hasty about telling everybody who you are on the job. Like just engaging in friendly off job conversations. Like you, that's not. I don't feel like that's you. You more of a let's keep this professional. We're here to learn. We're here to work. Um, I don't really want to talk politics, religion, anything like that. That's not what we're here for. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is up under the Hierophant. So I'm really not feeling that this is gonna be. That you're more worried than anything. Yeah, and I feel like you're more worried than anything because it. You can tell that it's something you've done before. Cause so it's like you got there thinking that it was something new, it was gonna be a challenge, and it's like, oh, this is the same old. This is like when I worked at Blase Blase. You know, and that was a bad experience, and you're kind of coming across the same people. This, like the same energy of the people where you had this bad experience at this job that you were very good at. So your lesson in this is to kind of remember and correlate the two positions with each other. Not necessarily the positions, but how you were then versus how you are now with the position, and being able to deal with the different energies that you have. come across, because they're not really different energies. Well, these are different energies because there's several different energies in there, but it's the same energies that you've met before. I'm hearing give grace, acknowledge the the comparisons, but don't just write that person off as like, oh, initially this person acts like such and such, and they were a horrible person, did this, that, and the third to me. Kind of acknowledge the comparison of the two people, but don't misjudge and um, charge the new person with the old person's crimes, because they do have those tendencies that the other person had, which you need to know about because you need to learn from. But I feel like ultimately they're not the same person. So don't go off of straight like these are the same, exact same energies. They have some things in common, and they may be the exact same energy, but in this season, you're supposed to learn from it. So take what you know and be prepared to deal with the energy that the energy that you already know. They wanted me to say the devil that you already know, but I know how I feel about placing things like outside of yourself. But that's just they're saying it's just a metaphor, a phrase, whatever. So be prepared to deal with the devil that you know, so that you're not disappointed as you were before, but so that you learn the lesson that you needed to learn then, because that's why this is coming back around. That's why this is coming back around, because you've leveled up, but you have not complete the mission. It's like they're giving me video games where you can complete the level, but you haven't completed the task within that level to actually move forward as far as you need to on the next mission. So you're going to end up having to backtrack after you've already cleared the board, is what I'm hearing. So it's giving me an energy of like you've already cleared one level and you went through and you defeated all of like the enemies that you needed to defeat, and you moved to the next level. But then because you didn't get a specific piece of information that you needed to get in that level, you're going to have to go back, fight those same um, enemies, but now you know how to beat them because you've already, passed through the level. You know how to level up. But I want to caution you to be careful, because just because you have already completed the level doesn't mean that the experience is going to be the same. So again, still be prepared because you kind of know that the enemy's weakness, but be prepared for them to come a different direction, basically. But still ensure that this time you get the keys so you actually complete and level up to your Empress energy, is what it's giving me with 21 breaking down to 3. So that's giving me the energy that you're gonna have to be creative. Yeah, you're gonna have to be gonna have to be creative this time around versus the first time around where you were strategic. You've already have you already have the strategy down. At this point, you're gonna have to be more creative on how you navigate this level, this board, to actually get the knowledge that you need to clear the board. So don't rush through it thinking that since I've already beat this level, I could just rush through this and it'll be done. No, it's not gonna be that easy. Yeah, because when the divine source energy is involved, it's always going to be something tricky. It's always going to be I won't say tricky, but there's always going to be a new thing to learn. There's always going to be another stone to overturn. Is what they're giving me. think I want to use this is a duality deck. It's not going to kill me. My apologies for not having the decks and all that shuffled and cut. I promise I'm not trying to waste y'all time. This was just impromptu. Let me get something on the schoolhouse, the diverse schoolhouse in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in the current. What's going on with that? I have put duality away, and I have seen the two worlds are one. Yeah, that was just like I was saying with the video game. I guess the same. It's the same thing, although one level has a different scenery and it looks like it's two totally different worlds. It's the same. It's all encompassed in the same world, the same mission, the same. Um, I'm hearing ideology, but that's no. So that must mean something for someone. They, yeah, they want you to get down with the group, get down with the clique, have the same ideology, and you're like, yeah, that's not. I'm not. No, I can't be swayed in that way. It's calling me to that planet. I definitely feel like this is a feminine Aquarius energy. Uranus, yeah, rebellious and revolution, yeah. That's why. Okay, thank you. That's why they told me to look at that. Okay, so yeah, you're rebelling against this non-diverse group, and they want you to see things as black and white, but you know, like it's not black and white. It's hella gray. Hence the color of the card and everything. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all, Spirit team. Yeah, you're on the threshold of something new, but you have the keys. Like you've seen the Hierophant. Hierophant came up here before, but Janus is the I guess you would say the Greek, or is it Greek or Roman? I believe it's Greek. It's one of those, but he's pretty much kind of like Anubis. He is the god of the threshold of the um, portals. You know, the in between worlds. Like he grants you access to different areas, different thresholds, different um, realms. Is what they're giving me. I am more than beauty. I have a brain too. Yeah. Empress up under that. So like I was saying, it's it's gonna take your creativity, your intuition, your Empress energy to get creative to navigate this level again. It's not up to your strategic mind anymore. Possessive. I'm getting that energy from these folks in reverse. I feel like there's this non-diverse group is now really seeming to me like Caucasian male, with that coming out at the bottom of the deck and just everything that I felt before. I knew it was Caucasian. I knew it was predominantly Caucasian before, but I just couldn't put, the standpoint if it was just on a gender based kind of thing. So it couldn't, and I'm not gonna say it's all men, but I feel like there is a woman who is definitely of a diverse background that is going into a boys' club. Definitely. That's a small. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on a second. There is a small portion of the tribe that you are definitely a diverse woman, possibly of color or just from a diverse background, and you're going into a uh, white male predominant boys club. They're also giving me the energy that there is they're saying Indian, but Indian as far as Middle East Indian woman who is not going to a boys club, but you're going to a place that has no culture, and there's a lot of masculine energy, but it's not all males too. That's for one person specifically. But this is something that you're good at, and this is something that you do. It's given. That's bringing me back to what did they have me say earlier? Something about information. Let's bring me back to that. So she could this the Indian lady could be like a tech person, like a computer coding kind of. That's for you, mama. This is new, but I feel like this is something you've been doing since a little girl. So you got it, but they're gonna try to make you feel small. Yeah, they want you as they want you to, you know, feel like you are possessed, like their possession. So it could be one of those what do you call it? No competition, no um, y'all know what it's called, where they try to say that you can't work for anybody else in the same field while you're working for them and for a time period afterwards. Um, some portion of the tribe is looking at duplexes and two family homes. Okay, for this energy right here is like for a small, really minute portion of the tribe. You all are moving, but the masculine and feminine energies are not in agreement on how to on what they want in a home. So it's a house divided. It's the energy that is giving me a house divided. Okay, let's move on to the second pal, the new beginnings, spirit guides. Um, um, the happy girl and the focused boy with the world card. Yeah, Aries. I'm still getting the create. I'm still getting the fact that you're going to have to be creative in how you attack this level, but also you're gonna have to be like real. I don't want to say aggressive, but you just may have to be, but definitely assertive. And this is still giving me, you know, it's now giving me emperor energy. So it's emperor energy, empress inner, emperor. Goodness gracious, energy, which I can see because it's both energies coming out and physically, but it could just be like you're that in training right now. You got your training shoes on for the Empress and Emperor energy. So it's like that what we need to learn in this level, because we're going back a level. Remember, when I talked about the video game, so the level that we're having to repeat, what we're needing to learn is how to put on our walking shoes. Like we're learning how to walk again, um, in a sense, as far as dealing with being compassionate and being able to read a room, being able to read people's emotions and intentions with the King of Cups energy that came out before with the Devil. I still can't remember what that third card was. I'm gonna have to go back and look and see. But it's really giving me these are our learning grounds. We got our spirit guides here to help us and all that we've been through thus far. Utilize it all and level up, because the next level is Emperor Empress Emperor Empress status. And we don't have no more time to, keep going back over the same level that we've beat before. Yeah, the divine masculine energy. If you're a feminine energy, if you're a feminine, you're definitely gonna have to utilize your masculine energy, but remember to keep the creativity of your feminine energy. Yeah, right brain. Wow. Yeah. So you're gonna need all of it. Don't just focus on the don't just focus on the masculine logical energy. Realize that what's gonna anchor you in this time is to have it is to have these three work together. You know? And I really feel like that's why this came out. Because this is divine masculine, right brain, logical creature to me. It just explains the Queen of Swords hands down. You know, I feel like the Queen of Swords is the queen that definitely has her masculine and feminine energy um, in control. Like she utilizes them both, because left brain is intellect, logical, masculine energy. Right brain is creativity, feminine energy, and I feel like that's the Queen of Swords. She's creative in how she interprets things and the questions that she asks in order to get the answer that she needs. She can kind of navigate the room and again knows how to ask the right questions for when to combat people tricking her. She is able to do that. So I feel like that's really what needs to go on at this point. Yeah, there's no right or wrong. There just is. So don't get caught up in, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Kind of thing, or believing that there is a right or wrong way to go about this. I'm here in Sagittarius South Node, so you could have a Sagittarius South Node, which would mean that you are a Gemini North Node. Oh, that's could that be for me? No, they said no. So they're said that because they want me to explain like the Sagittarius South Node is like in your past life you were a philosopher, a researcher, a scholar, so you have book knowledge down. In this lifetime, you are supposed to dwell in your Gemini energy. Gemini North Node is more like being curious, helping those out around you in your immediate surroundings, like your local town, your family, as opposed to wanting to travel and be like I'm hearing a missionary. I don't really, is that the right word? Someone that travels around helping folks, if that is what they did. But if rather you being the person that travels around being a humanitarian, you were supposed to focus your humanitarian efforts in your local community, in the people that you can have a close impact on, and to be curious, and understand that you can learn something from everyone. No matter their age, creed, ideology, there you have something to learn from every soul that crosses your path. Yeah, that's what they. Okay, thank you. That's what they wanted me to let you know. If you are resonating with this, all right, let's get something on the protection, preparation, Ten of Cups, and the Current, and the Lovers. Ooh. We got Divine Union, and we got Leo that came out in the Current. So you're definitely needing to use your fire energy. It's crazy that that came out, but there's no wands. Well, we did have the Page of Wands in there. Um, we had the Page of Wands in there some a while back that didn't get put out, but it was in the under. Okay. So with the Lovers being here and Divine Union being here as well, love trying to sneak on through. Um, there's someone preparing to come back to you. Feminine energy, Empress. There's someone preparing to come back to you. They're suited and booted, ready for you to kick them over, so to say. Like, I'm hearing birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Like, so they are in that I'm feeling good energy, but they are definitely prepared for you to, you know, give them that courage blow and kind of knock them off their feet. Eh, They're prepared for the fall. Thank you. Thank you. They're prepared for the fall, whether good or bad. Whether the fall is them falling deeply in love or um, the impact of you knocking them on their ass. Because I feel like the knocking on the ass is a kind of attempt of reconciliation. That just being prepared to fall is giving me that that's what the feminine energy needs to do. Be prepared to fall. I'm here. You have the strength to do this again, and it's giving me love, like love again. You have the strength to love again. Cheer at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there's definitely going to be some celebration. I am you, and you are me. It's really kind of feeling like reconciliation with that, but use your discernment, weigh the pros and the cons, balance out whether or not this will actually be a good move to return to. Yeah. It could be that you need to end it. It could be that you have both went through your darkest times and light is coming after, with Leo being connected with the sun, as well as the sun being in the back up here, as well as the rainbows that come after the storm has left and the sun has come back out. So, but career wise, it's giving me the energy that of what I said about the Queen of Swords and you being creative in this current phase by using both of your masculine and feminine energy. You're going to have a divine union of your energies in order to succeed in your uh, career, work life. You're wanting me to throw a soul truth on there. So just go, just go. We're gonna end it on this, y'all. The message that you wanted me to give to the tribe. This fell on the floor, so I'm not gonna keep it, but I will read it. What do I resist feeling right now? We have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. Today's soul action: allow yourself to feel the wave. Let it move through you, no matter how long it lasts. Then release it back into the ocean. Feel it, heal it, enjoy the sweet freedom within your soul. Put it back because it fell on the floor. And let me get one to end this off with. I feel like that was for a specific somebody, but this is for the tribe. We got, am I letting fear stop me? Mm. Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by action. But it's up to you to see that by action. Today's soul action. Today, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, so be. You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. So basically, you be your own hero, participate in your own rescue, which is what I was saying about being creative with how you navigate this level that you've already beaten. The devil is showing up again. We had the devil earlier, and Aries and Capricorn to me interchanged with devil energy, and then we got the root chakra being right there too as well, which is sexual, primal energy, which to me like that's steeps in like devil energy. So it's there. The devil is there. The devil is there, but understand that nothing is really outside of you. There's no outside world, inside world. As above, so below. It's all together in one world. What's happening above is gonna happen below. What's happening internally is gonna happen externally. So knowing and understanding those two worlds are one, the way you react has a direct effect to what happens. So be creative in what's going on. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let, because I feel like it is fear. The fact that, you may want to navigate to something else because you have come across the energies that you've met before. Don't be afraid to uh, revisit a battle. Like don't go looking for trouble, of course. But if the same thing presents you and it was fearful or it caused you some kind of trauma before, don't be afraid to attack it again. It's basically what I'm getting at. It all feels good. Um, you just got some things to navigate, try it. I mean, which we always do. So, take it, embrace it, be prepared for it, but, still keep your sense of humor, your sense of wonder, you know, and just focus on you. Straight tunnel vision. Be laser focused on your paper and what it is you doing. Don't be a distracted student. Well, that's what I got for us today. Thank y'all so much for stopping through with me, taking y'all time, sitting with me. Oh, they want some numbers. Some numbers that may help you. 113-311 533-335 or 353-644-464-446. All right, try it. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all so much for stopping through. Hopefully it resonated. If it didn't, maybe next time. As y'all know, I love y'all, and I am only here to help us move along and elevate along this so having a human experience thing. We're here to have an experience. Let's not get so wrapped up in the right or wrong way to move, but just experience this, experience the experience and be present. Okay? Until next time, I love y'all. Peace.